And here's what's happening. So we had the Great Resignation, we had that. And now we got the quiet quitting. And at the end of the day, people are just tired. What's up, YouTubers? What's happening? What's happening? Hope you're doing okay. Welcome. If you're new to the channel, I know a lot of y'all just joined the channel. I appreciate you. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming. Hopefully you're finding value and benefits in everything that I'm sharing here. You can already tell, right? I'm random. I just talk. I don't even have notes or anything, right? But I'm going to keep us on task. I promise. I'll keep us kind of aligned, maybe. Anyway, hope you're doing good. I was at a conference over the weekend, so my voice may be a little raspy, but I wanted to get some things out. See, I wanted to get some things out just for you. And so glad you're here. Before I forget, make sure that you click the notification bell. That way you'll know every time I upload a video here. Make sure you subscribe if you're not, and then thumbs up me, thumbs down me, whatever you're feeling. I'd like to feedback, and always comment, like say, hey girl, listen, that resonated with me, or I know what you're talking about, or you got questions. I'm always checking and just to see how else I can contribute or answer any questions or share something with me. You know what I'm saying? And we can help each other. So anyway, let's talk about this phenomenon that's going on, right? This, what they call it, quiet quitting. I'm going to quickly just say, it's another trend. It's like the Great Resignation, right? Which is a trend. And here's what's happening. So we had the Great Resignation, we had that. Now we got the quiet quitting. And at the end of the day, people are just tired. They're tired of the status quo. They're tired of 9 to 5. They're tired of corporate America. They're tired of the people with the big fancy titles getting all the money. They're tired of not being paid their value. They're tired of no growth. They're tired of this glass ceiling, right? That they're just tired. Right. So you call it what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't heard about the quiet quitting, it's basically, I think it blew up on TikTok, right? And so they're saying they're just the news, the media, and people that's talking about. I know other career coaches have talked about it and all of that. That it is the Gen Z that are saying, "Listen, we're tired. We're not making enough money, so we're just going to do the bare minimum. We're going to come to work, but at 5 o'clock, if it's time to go, don't text me at 5:05. Don't send me an email at 5:01 and think I'm going to respond. Don't expect me to come in early or stay late." So this is the attitude of those that are quiet quitting. Now, I'm sure there may be rules. I don't know. It may be an outline of rules or a whole handbook on this. I don't know. What I do know is that, to me, it feels as if the underlying theme is that people are just tired. I don't care what group of people, Gen Z, baby boomers, X, Y, millennials, whatever the group. I think everybody's tired. Right? The inflation and the gas prices and the food being high and cost of goods and services, all that is affecting everybody. So, and I got my research from online too. So I'm just sharing with you what I saw that they're saying the definition is. But to me, I just feel like Great Resignation, all these other labels and stuff, people are just tired. And that's a good thing, because it's been about time. The reason why I started doing this is because I was fed up and I saw a lot of injustice. I saw a lot of cliquish stuff. I saw a lot of stuff that was just not right. So I'm glad it's coming out, but deciding that I'm going to do the bare minimum, that's not helping you, not you per se, but that's not helping you. At the end of the day, your career is just that. It's your career. And to combat, instead of quiet quitting or Great Resignation and all that, take control of your career. It's something we haven't done. And I know it's a new concept. And you're like, well, what does that even mean? Because I'm out here, looking for a job where I've been working in this role with this company for X amount of years, and they ain't paying me enough. They be bringing people on that I've trained. There's no career path here, right? I'm at the top of the salary range. I'm trying to break through the ceiling, and is there nowhere for me to go? I want to get to the executive level or to the C suite, and I'm not able to do so for whatever reason. They think I'm too old, or there's discriminatory practices going on, whatever the reason, right? Whatever the reason, you ultimately are in control. Believe it or not, even up against the odds of whatever is happening, based off of those things I just said, whatever's happening, you still are in control. And here's the thing, you can control the controllables. You can control the things that happen to you. What you can't control is other people. You can't control if that employer give you 3% or 5%. You don't control that. But what you can control is the decision you make on whether you accept it or move on. So this whole labeling of how we feel and creating a so-called movement, in my opinion, think about movements and where that even comes from, right? When you think about, when I think about, I should say, civil rights and movement and marching and people getting together and doing all this and doing all that. That's nice. That's good. But it that was for a certain time. What we're up against now is different. So you got to move different. This movement now, today, that we have now is different. We ain't never seen nothing like we're seeing right now. Every age group is in the workforce right now. Millennials, X, Generation X, Y, Z, baby boomers, all five are in the job market right now. All five. We ain't never had that before. There was an era where there was the baby boomers were all, in the workforce. And then there was this time when everybody was saying the millennials is coming and they taking over and I ain't working for no young person. And the millennials saying, listen, we ain't going for the hierarchical structures. I mean, everybody's saying something about everything. At the end of the day, you're responsible for you just like I'm responsible for me. Right? Putting these labels on these things and joining the movement and we not doing this and we only gonna do the bare minimum and that's all. If it's 9 to 5, I'm coming in at 9 and I'm not staying any late. That don't do no good for you. That don't do you no good. Do you really think that's hurting them? No, because they let you go and they get somebody else. Whether you join that movement or not. This ain't about, again, in my opinion, let me just be clear. It's about your career. Your being the put an emphasis on it's your career. And so having a career management, what I want to say, strategic career management, having a career management plan, okay, can put you out of that whole what am I calling how I'm feeling, because all of this, the great resignation, the quiet quitting, there was another one, I think it was the great resolution, it was another one, there was another label I saw, and how people were mad. Putting that label on that thing, it's about how you feel, but if you're not taking action, what's the point? You still in that job that you don't like, where you feel undervalued, you ain't getting paid for, you still there. Just because you put a label on it, that don't make it better. You're just putting a Band-Aid on a problem instead of treating that problem, which is under your control. You cannot make an employer promote you. You can't make them give you 5%. You can't make nobody do anything. So I don't care how old you are. And for some of us, we think, we too old for this and too old for that. You ain't never been this age before. Stop it. Stop. Yeah, you may be too old for this, but you're too young for that. Find your space. That's what a career management plan is about. I'm all for like getting together and sharing and saying the things that are unfair and then doing something about it. I'm all about that action though. you know? And I'm sharing this because somebody asked me, like, why are you not talking about it? Why are you not talking? Like it's I guess it's been out there for a minute. And I heard it, I seen it, I do study, I look at stuff, right? But I only want to bring to you stuff that you can take it that's actionable, that you can take action on, right? And quite honestly, I don't believe in it. I don't believe in putting a band-aid on something. Oh, we're gonna call this quiet, we're gonna call this quiet quitting, and that's that. So we're only gonna do the bare minimum. That don't help you. That don't help you. That does not help you at all. I'm about you helping yourself. That's why I'm in this. And that's why, so for whoever, because it was anonymous, why are you not talking about this? They put it on a comment on my Facebook post or whatever. Why? First of all, now let me, I ain't gonna go there, but listen, it's since we're here, I'm talking about it now. So if you're watching, I'm talking about it. You see, I'm talking about it. That's my opinion on that. So now, in an effort, because I said I want to give you action, right? To combat this, putting a label on how you're feeling, because that's what that is. The underlying message, I don't want to say issue, because a lot of it is true, right? People are being underpaid, and inflation is at an all time high. So I get it. I get the frustration. I got people mad and they laying off and people scared. But listen, you can control the controllables. And what in this era that we're currently in, when I listed all five of those generations that are in the market right now, and remember I said it's never been seen before. You know what else has never been seen before? Everything else is tanking, but the job market. Opportunities have never been better. It's never been better. So if you really are frustrated and you really are upset, instead of putting a label on it and slapping a band-aid on it, let's start cleaning that wound. Let's start figuring out how do we make this better? This is what I can control. Every day I'm going to put some Neosporin on this thing so it can disappear. I'm not just going to slap a band-aid on it and go on about my day and then let it get better on its own. I'm going to treat this. I'm going to treat this career thing. I'm tired of them doing this, so I'm going to treat this. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come up with a plan. My plan is every day I'm going to put some Neosporin on this. I'm going to keep it dry. I'm going to take a bath instead of a shower so I don't get it wet. I don't want it to get infected. Like, come up with a plan. That's what a career management plan, and you can do that. Even better than that, and even better than that, I was going to say, what I help my clients do is a strategic career management plan. But even if you're just getting started with a career management plan, that's a start. I want you to take action. Here's how you do that. Figure out what it is that you want. What has you upset? What has you overwhelmed? What has you thinking right now? Because you just didn't show up and watching this and just saying, yeah, you've been thinking about stuff. You've been thinking about your career. You've been thinking about it, but you're just not sure what is my next step. What should I be doing? I did 2019. I did Women of Power Summit for Black Enterprise. And so I was an executive coach for women that were in the C suite, and they were uh, going into semi retirement. And I remember talking to this one lady in particular. She lived out in Florida. And she said, I've been this person for 22 years, right? So her identity was tied into her title and the type of work that she did. She said, I've been this person for all this time. I don't even know who I am without this. And she said, I don't have a plan for my retirement. She said, and again, it was semi-retirement. She said, but I don't have a plan for retirement. She said, transitioning out of here, and I was giving her some ideas and some thoughts around, based off of her skill set and everything she's been doing, how to semi-retire, because she didn't, we too young to sit down. We don't want to sit down, right? Maybe we want to do something different with our skill set, but we don't want to sit down. So we walked through that. Excuse me. And so so we were mapping out a plan for her, but she was just saying, I don't even know what I want to do when I want to fully retire. And I'm like, why do you have to? Have you thought about that? Why do you have to? And so I'm sharing with you, you don't have to jump on this bandwagon, right? You don't have to be frustrated and overwhelmed about, what the employer is doing to you, what your job is doing to you, because you could take control the controllables. There's steps you can take. There's action, I should say, that you can take for your career. Now, I talked about a career management plan. If that's something you're interested in, if you want to, now I do more of, let me just be total, straight up with you. I do more of a strategic career management plan. And basically that just means really getting clear on what it is that you want to do. What do you want the next chapter to look like for you? And so we have to have clarity on that foundation. And there's a framework that we'll go through, that I go through with my clients to help them get to that clarity first. And then from there, we can map out the plan. So I just want to be fair in sharing with you. We got to go through something first, get clarity, and then we go from there. But this is also something you can do on your own, whether you want my help or somebody else's help. You can think about what does the next chapter look like for me? I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon with everyone else, but I really want some progression in my current career. I want to go either to the next level, or I really want to do something different right here where I am. Everybody doesn't want to be promoted. Everybody doesn't want to leave their company. Everybody doesn't want to do something different. Some people just really want a strategy or a management plan around what can I do where I am. Right. So hopefully this is giving you some things to talk about. I really wanted to just touch on that quiet quitting phenomenon. You can probably tell how I feel about it, but I don't want you, don't get caught up in all of this stuff now. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Listen. So again, if you feel like you want to talk about, a management strategy, if you're, currently working in corporate America, you are, what I'm talking about, let me just back up. This is for a corporate professional that's currently working. You're a mid-level manager up through senior executive through the C-suite. And you're thinking about transitioning, but you don't know what that looks like. And you really do want to talk about a plan. There'll be a link below where you can reach out to me. And what we'll do, we'll come up with a plan. If you want to move forward and go further with the plan and you want me to partner with you on that, then we can do that together. Or you can take the plan and move forward with it on your own. But I was going to say what I don't want you to do, but I don't want to tell you what to do. What I would hope that you would consider is not jumping on a bandwagon out of frustration, putting a band-aid on things or putting a label on things, and then having the expectation that somebody else, your employer, your boss, or whomever, is supposed to give you something, or they're supposed to do this because, or I'm not gonna do more than my job. That is not serving you. None of those things that I just listed, that's not serving you. You deserve to be your highest and greatest self by taking control over your career. All right. So, wanted to talk about that. I'm out. I put it out there now. So that's that. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about the quiet quitting. Right. I'm open to different perspectives. I'm going to always be open. I'm open. So let me know what you thought about it. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.